The Marvel Universe Alpha Flight, part of the last wave of the official Marvel Universe toy line. After this wave, everything's now the Avengers Infinite series with no comic book art. There are two variants for this figure. I don't know if they're releasing North Star, but the first one they released is this girl, Aurora. If you're into the Canadian superhero team Alpha Flight, then you'll know who she is. If not, then you'll probably be clueless about this girl. Anyway, I'm hoping they do release North Star, even in the Infinite series. I hope they don't cancel the figure because it's going to be a pain. It's going to be a bummer not to have the team. Here's the rest of the assortment. The X-Men are not the only team of mutants to take on the mantle of heroes. Operating from a base of operations, Canada members Alpha Flight defend their nation against the threats and yielding courage and their own incredible mutant powers. If you read the the special events of the Avengers, not when they started the Avengers comic book, there was a storyline wherein they had to investigate one of the places that was seeded. I don't want to say any spoilers, but anyway, needless to say, there was one issue where they called upon the Alpha Flight team. It was already known as the Omega Flight team. And I thought, the Canadian superhero teams had a very interesting set of characters, and I didn't really pay attention much to it. Only time I did was when I found, and back when I was still in the comic books in the 90s, I found out that Wolverine came from Alpha Flight for a while. So I decided, okay, fine, a bunch of heroes in Canada. I've been to Canada several times. My uncle lives there, so it's a nice place. I decided to look it up. It was okay. It's not the best of comic books. That's why they've canceled the comic book several times. But anyway, I'm glad that Marvel, at least Hasbro, has decided to do some of the figures from that team. Now, it does not come with a base. This is an Iron Man base, which kind of sucks. It's very difficult to stand these female figures because they're very flimsy and fragile. But it's a great sculpt, mind you. I mean, I'm not dissing the sculpt, but it's just because the way it's been sculpted, it's very light. It's not as stable as the male body figure, so you're gonna need a base. As it is, she stands great, but even the She-Hulk figure that I have without a base, it just tips over or tips back. It's gonna happen here because the temperatures in Manila are just ridiculous. Hot, very hot, cold, slightly cold, very hot. So the plastic is gonna melt, it's gonna soften, it's gonna harden again, and this thing is just gonna topple. So it's a shame they didn't put any bases. So having said that, let me just show you some of the previous female figures that the Marvel Universe has. I think this one uses the X-23 mold. Obviously different fists, but the arms and the legs and the overall sculpt is basically the X-23 mold, which is great. I love this one, but the articulation on the new figure is just really great, and I'm very, very pleased with it. I hope they can do more. So let me just show her off with her teammate Puck. Now I know what you're saying. Why did you get the Guardian? That's just the thing. I did get the Guardian because I didn't think they were gonna make the rest of the team. So one of the first in 2007, 2008, there was a ton of Guardians. Nobody was picking them up. They were like peg warmers. Now that some of the Alpha Flight members are out, God, it's a pain. It is a pain tracking down Guardian. I'm ridiculous prices right now at hobby shops just to get that Guardian figure. I'm gonna get it sooner or later. I'm just trying to find a shop that's not as sadistic as most shops that I've seen. Just ridiculous prices on that Guardian figure. It's not even that great of a figure. It's a good figure, not great enough to merit the prices it's asking for nowadays. Anyway, so I'm gonna keep Puck in the background. So very, very nice figure. The sculpt is great. I'm glad they used the new mold. Head sculpt. The head just kind of looks big for the body, but you know, it's okay. She has that like weird look, like days, like I don't know, maybe just on my figure, maybe on your figure, she's perfectly painted. So just look out for that. I only have one copy. Decided to open it up anyway. I hope we do get our North Stars. It'd be a great team up with this one. Paint app sucks. I mean, every time there's white paint, this kind of paint is like the pearlesque type of paint that sort of glitters. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you see there, the shiny type of white. It just overlaps, and they're bleeding. There's bleeding here and there, and there's that. You get to see all the imperfection, but it's okay. It's a nice attempt. Sculpt, great. Paint, not so great. Articulation, fantastic. Ball jointed neck on a hinge, ball jointed upper torso, no waist swivel. That's fine. That's totally fine. I can understand Asherock's frustration on that. They should have a waist swivel so there's better articulation. But to me, you know, it's fine because you know, you can still get it in dynamic pose. It would be great if there was a waist cut, but you know, as it is, it's still fine. You can still get it in some poses. Ball hinge, shoulders and elbows, swivel wrist, ball jointed hips, thigh swivel, double jointed knees, calf swivel, ball hinge ankles with the rocker joint. So very, very nice. I'm still going to give this one a high score. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 simply because it's a more modern look and they didn't recycle any of the... I like the effort that Hasbro has put in it. And rightly so, because there's so little cost for this figure. It's a teeny tiny figure. I think it deserves the newer articulation, and I'm glad Hasbro did it. So very, very nice. Gets a 9 out of 10 for me. I mean, you can hunt it down if you want to, if you're really into Alpha Flight, if you're just a casual collector and you have no idea who Alpha Flight is, then maybe this is not for you. I mean, you don't have to pay the scalper prices this thing is going for. $15, $17 shipped. That should be it. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this video review. If you did, please click the thumbs up icon at the bottom. Follow me on Twitter for my toy purchases, Instagram for my toy sightings here in Manila. Check out all my video reviews and hauls on this channel, Chefatron. My old FX Trans channel will no longer have videos on reviews and hauls, maybe just vlogs, but I hardly post anything there anymore. There you go. Marvel Universe Alpha Flight featuring Aurora. Thanks for watching.